Welcome in. Coming up on today's program, top 3 do's and don'ts for building wealth. I hear folks say, I'm good at the don'ts of building wealth, or the do's. Don't they require money? Don't they? Wealth, how to get it, how to keep it, and how to avoid the tripwires that could blow it. When it comes to wealth, what are you experiencing with the do's and don'ts? We've had many viewers ask about that. Let us know what you think in the comments section. You're watching What's Next with Money, a program that holds a promise of second chances, strategies for growth, and financial empowerment. With wealth, 3 critical principles and advice. Saving for wealth, how to keep wealth, what not to do when you're on your way to wealth, but also when you are wealthy. We're going to reference a lot of great insight from the Psychology of Money book by Morgan Housel and have a link to it in the comments section. Now we're talking about the top 3 do's and don'ts for building wealth. Here's number 1, saving your way to wealth. This is how to get it. Building wealth has little to do with your income or investment returns, but it's got a lot to do with your saving rate Morgan talks about. That savings rate. Wealth is the accumulated leftovers after you spend what you take in. Now this is actually pretty easy to control if you latch onto this idea. Learning to be happy with less money creates a gap between what you have and what you want. It's kind of like that gap created if you've got a growing paycheck, your savings goes further and can get bigger as that income rises. But savings without a spending goal attached gives you options and flexibility. And folks, I want to actually repeat this. This is the core idea of wealth building. Savings without a spending goal attached gives you options and flexibility. This is the concept of saving just to save. But you get time to think and set your actions and intentions on your own terms. A great writer and business advisor, Dan Sullivan, who wrote The Strategic Coach, calls this a walk-away fund. And we've talked about this in some of our other videos. This is if you've got enough savings, you've had it with your job, or there's something unethical happening there, you can walk away and do okay and reset your career path. By saving in this manner, your financial independence grows. And folks, I have personally lived this. Flexibility gives you the ability to wait for good opportunities in your career, small business, and especially your investments. The hardest financial skill is getting the goalposts to stop moving, according to Morgan. It gets to the classic case of more versus enough. And a quick example, the real estate business my wife and I started, we could have kept going to develop and acquire more properties. But at some point we stopped. We met our goals and we paid our debts early and completely, all out of rents with no outside partners. Yet we're still actively investing in other forms of assets and equity markets. But I had to stop and think, who or what was I trying to impress if I kept making the real estate business bigger? Would it be other people who don't know me or don't care? We reached a target that was very good, and it's still growing in value and wealth. We did not need to move the goalposts, and we didn't. Generating wealth is often linked to generating envy. They seem like they're on parallel slopes on a graph. In other words, it's a form of social comparison. And we're talking about the top 3 do's and don'ts for building wealth. Here's number 2, getting wealthy and staying wealthy. This is how to keep it. Bottom line, strive to consistently not screw up. We have to hold in our minds and our attitudes some combination of frugality and paranoia. Now this is a very unique tension, but it's very profitable. With frugality, we live below our means. With paranoia, we're questioning, am I doing the right thing? And am I doing that right thing well? But by keeping on learning and getting professional advice, we can do this. So getting money is one thing, keeping it is another. Getting money requires taking risks, being optimistic, putting yourself out there. Keeping money is kind of the opposite of taking risks. It requires humility, back to that frugality. And it requires a little bit of fear, paranoia, the idea that what you have made and achieved can be taken away. And that some of your financial investing success, and I would add real estate success, you've got to admit some of this is attributable to luck, the time you're in the markets or you're buying time. I could list probably 5 examples of luck during real estate and other types of investing. Bottom line here, past success can't be relied upon to be repeated indefinitely. External events, markets, family needs change, and we change. The ability to stick around for a long time without wiping out or being forced to give up, staying in the game, not capitulating, is financial endurance. It's a key to building wealth. Powering through recessions and downturns smartly. We have many videos that help you do this on our What's Next with Money channel. Swinging for the fences in investing for home runs or grand slams can put your portfolio at risk. So strive with investing to hit singles and doubles. And obviously don't put all your eggs in one basket. A friend of mine years ago said, if you had an investment, if it doubles, sell half. And this is really about stocks. If it triples, sell it all. It's pretty good advice. I don't always follow that, some to my regret. We have another set of videos, and there are actually 2, called Investing in What You Know, where I talk about letting your winners run. Compounding only works if you can give assets years and years to grow. Warren Buffett, and we've got several of his books here, hasn't always been one of the richest men in the world. As of this taping, this guy is age 92. Warren Buffett didn't even become a billionaire until he was 50 years old. In fact, this blew my mind. 99% of Warren Buffett's net worth was earned after that 50th birthday. I have seen this pattern and dimension of net worth growth firsthand. And we've got a fantastic video called Net Worth Equals Net Wealth. So if you're getting value from this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the like button and share it with folks. It's free and non-commercial. We're talking about the top 3 do's and don'ts for building wealth. And here is number 3, wealth. What not to do. This is avoiding the tripwires. Warren Buffett's what not to do list is really interesting. He's not loaded with debt. No, he didn't panic and sell during the 15 recessions he's lived through as an active investor. He does not jump into excessive trading. He's generally very tax sensitive and he pays for good advice to help him. He's kept a sterling business reputation with his ethics. He's not locked into one strategy, worldview, or trend. He did not use other people's money, but he does use insurance floats. And we explain that in some of our videos how Berkshire Hathaway is structured. He did not quit. He kept going. He is still going. And I take great excitement from this as an investor, small business owner, and media influencer. I can keep going. You can keep going. Warren Buffett and his partner Charlie Munger have stayed wealthy. They had an edge and survived. To stay wealthy requires that margin of safety he talks about so much, reserves, and to not put all of your assets at great risk. Think about this concept, and it comes from Morgan's Psychology of Money book, that having cash buckets to prevent you from selling during a bear market or a downturn. If you need to pull money for your household or in retirement, you take it out of the cash bucket. You don't sell stocks or mutual funds when they're under pressure or low. And you might think, wait a minute, I'm only earning an interest rate of 1 or 2% on that cash. Actually, you have avoided a loser return. You've avoided much more negativity by having not to have to sell that stock at a low price. You didn't sell equities at low prices. So that return on that cash is higher than 1 or 2%. Now, what about compounding? Compounding means good returns uninterrupted over long periods of time. And that's what Berkshire Hathaway does. Now, returns won't be up every year. Only Bernie Madoff claimed that, and you know how that turned out. So be sure to hit that subscribe and like button, and don't forget to share. New episodes of What's Next with Money are posted on Thursdays. I'm Brent Neiser, looking to see you next time on What's Next with Money.